Immigration. From the start of Trump's time in office, his administration has been working hard to shut that shit down. They cut down on visas, they kicked out refugees, they screwed over the DACA kids, and even ramped up deportations. So it's a scary time to be an immigrant in America. In fact, it's gotten so bad that during the World Cup, all the announcers on Telemundo have started whispering. Like, he passes to the winger and go. So every day, the Trump administration has been inching closer to their goal of being the Norway of the West. But after enacting their latest policy of taking children away from their parents at the border, they seem to have hit a wall.
The battle over the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy on immigration is intensifying, with lawmakers in both parties condemning it as cruel and inhumane.
Members of the president's own party say the policy is un-American. Former First Lady Laura Bush wrote, "Our government should not be in the business of warehousing children in converted box stores."
Evangelicals, people like Franklin Graham, calling it disgraceful. Cardinal Dolan called it unjust. The Pope tweeted this: "Children must be able to play, study, and grow in a peaceful environment. Woe to anyone who stifles their joyful impulse to hope."
Damn. If even the Catholic Church is judging you for how you treat children, you're done up. And it's not hard. It's not hard to see why anyone with a soul is upset, right? We've all heard the stories about traumatized children, the federal government deporting parents but keeping their kids. We've even seen images of how Homeland Security is holding some of these children in cages. There's no way that you can defend this unless you work at Fox and Friends. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but apparently that cage is not a cage.
We got from the Border Patrol some of the images inside these detention facilities. Look, I'm from a farm community. To me, I see the chain link fences. It's more like a security pen to me. You do see some fencing, but keep in mind, some have referred to them as cages, but keep in mind, this is a great big warehouse facility where they built walls out of chain link fences.
Wow. I never ever thought I'd hear a positive spin on detaining children. She's like, look, I'm a cage half full kind of guy, you know. After all, what is a chain link fence if not a wall made of silver linings? I mean, think about it. Look, man, we're not idiots. A cage is a cage. Can you imagine if Fox and Friends did the announcing for WWE? Those fights would suck.
And now, we have two great friends standing on a chain link partition. They are really enjoying their time on this fence-like structure that is in no way a cage. Oh, he's helping him to the ground. Look at that, an opportunity to get a new table.
So positive, man, so positive. Now, some have argued that although these images of the cages are disturbing, those kids that have been separated from their parents only stay there for 72 hours, the first 72 hours. After that, they get a free upgrade.
Nearly 1,500 boys between 10 and 17 years old now live in a converted big box store. We're shown the boys' rooms, meant for 4 beds, now with 5. Classrooms for civics and English lessons. The kids play video games, shoot pool, and play foosball.
They're getting school and soccer and video games and 3 squares and 2 snacks and plenty of sleep.
They're being fed well. They go on field trips.
The staff there give them toiletries, they give them new clothes.
The conditions that they're in here in America, where they have good meals, they have air conditioning, they have TV, they're being treated much better than most of the conditions I'm being told they left.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe these detention centers are nicer than where these kids were living in Honduras. But that's not really the point. The point is, the federal government is effectively stealing kids away from their parents. Like, if some guy in an unmarked van took your kids from the park, the last thing you'd be worried about as a parent is how nice the van was or whether they had the good candy. You wouldn't be like, ma'am, your child was kidnapped. Oh, no, by a man driving a Bentley. Oh, wow, oh. Okay, you can stop looking. Yeah, you can stop looking. No, nobody's thinking like that. And you know what's been particularly shameful is how the Trump administration has tried to sidestep the backlash. For instance, this is Kirstjen Nielsen, the Secretary of Homeland Security and IKEA bookshelf. According to her, the administration had nothing to do with this at all.
Parents who entered illegally are, by definition, criminals. By entering our country illegally, often in dangerous circumstances, Illegal immigrants have put their children at risk. Congress and the courts created this problem, and Congress alone can fix it. This administration did not create a policy of separating families at the border. We are a country of compassion. We are a country of heart.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, that's some bullshit, right? That's just some bullshit. We're a country of compassion, a country of heart. You can't do a fatality on someone and then call it friendship. That's not how it works. Because this administration did create this policy, right? It's pretty ballsy to blame Congress for it when 3 people from your administration already said it was a Trump team idea. Right? It's BS. It's like if Beethoven said that Beethoven's Fifth was written by Johann Nepomuk Hummel. First of all, Beethoven, your name is in the title, okay? We know that. And second, we all know that Hummel's work relied more heavily on the piano and on pressing the limits of modernity. Don't even front on that shit, man. Sorry, classical music. Anyway. And like, here's the thing. Nielsen's deceptiveness doesn't even come close to the commander-in-chief. Because like his Space Force, his lies are out of this world.
President Trump falsely blaming Democrats for his own policy.
I hate it. I hate the children being taken away. The Democrats have to change their law. That's their law. They were forced. Quiet. That's the Democrats' law. We can change it tonight. We can change it right now. I will leave here. No. You need their votes. You need their votes.
All right, first of all, no one believes that the Democrats are to blame here. The Democrats are like an iPhone 5 at 5 p.m. They have no power, all right? In fact, the Democrats have a bill in Congress right now that would stop the government from separating undocumented kids from their parents. But because no Republicans have signed on, they can't get it passed. So look, President Trump, you've got 2 options, man. Either you can own the fact that this was your plan all along and you don't hate this policy of keeping kids in cages, or you can call up the one person in America with more power than you, Beyonce. Because if anyone knows how to organize an epic release, it's her.